What is up, people? Welcome back to CS News, your daily recap of everything CS related. As per usual, all of my DMs are open if you guys have stories for this one. A bit of a dive back on one of the crazier stories I've ever heard about as SSDs took over esports for a couple of weeks. In case you guys missed it, over at IEM Dallas, which Stewie was partaking in as a stand-in player for G2, made a miracle run, did amazing, winning the entire event. And it was one player, an NACS player, of course, that was caught trying to steal other players' SSDs, solid state drives of all things. And this guy known as nbgee has a series of past accusations and things he's been accused of in the past as well. So a lot of people not so surprised by these actions. Even more surprising is he just went on stream and admitted everything, that in the middle of the morning he was just at the venue, found an unsecure location, or at least was able to access a supposed secure location, and just found like Nico and Nertz's and Stewie's SSDs, and then took them, and then was later apprehended by the cops because you're stealing things that weren't yours.
Dude, this is surreal, to be honest.
All right, man. So recently you have received a 5-year ban on Faceit out of nowhere. Nobody really knows the story of what's going on. Yeah. What happened? Like, start from the beginning. What led to this ban happening? That's so confusing.
Do you know anything like at all, or?
No, I mean, people like are saying like this, that, but I genuinely don't understand what happened.
Yeah, okay, so like a quick TLDR is I was like let into the venue like during the night, and I like took stuff. I was like somewhere where I wasn't supposed to be, and I took stuff that I wasn't supposed to. That's just like a quick TLDR, but there's like a lot more details to make it, I don't know, you know what I mean?
Okay, well, what led you to take stuff from people? Like, what?
I'll just start from the at around like 4 a.m.
Okay, 4 a.m.
So yeah, this is Thursday. I like flew there Thursday, and I thought my friends were gonna be there, but they weren't. They're coming like the day of, like on Friday. So I didn't have like a place to stay, so I was just sitting in the hotel lobby, like after everyone left. Like I was just gonna wait for them to come until 10 a.m. and put my like shit in there, right? And then I don't know, I was just like sitting there like on Discord, just trolling or whatever, and it's a little difficult, but pretty much, yeah, I'm like at this point I'm just like in there, I'm just like walking around.
A new follower.
And I guess like the stuff that actually matters is I ended up in like this, like I don't know how to describe it, like a security room. I don't really know like how to describe it, but it was just like a room.
A new follower.
There's like just a bunch of tables in there. I was just like looking around. I wasn't supposed to be there. And then there's like the production stuff backstage. And that's like where what they got like super upset at me for, because they were whenever you play at like an event, it's like a big event, they have you, because this happened to us at the RMR, they have you like put your stuff up, like your config and your settings, all of that like onto like an SSD beforehand. So whenever you get ready to play, you just like they just plug it in for you.
It's really
like,
easy.
Yeah.
And I wanted to kick this video off with this topic because it was so crazy. Like, everyone in the CS scene was like, F this guy. Like, frick around and find out. Of course, you're going to get arrested. I believe he was let off because at the end of the day, you're just taking a gamer's SSD and it eventually was returned. So I don't think the guy deserves jail time. But in the end, now permanently banned by Faceit and ESL. And that is how you ruin a counterstrike career, which I don't know what career that could have been, but regardless, it was Stewie talking about this on stream, and he didn't have too much to say. He didn't want to waste too much time, but he called out the guy for being an absolute moron.
What happened with the SSD? I'll briefly talk about it, but I'll briefly talk about it in a second when I get there. But I'll just say right now, like, I'm not going to say everything that I know, because I don't think that this is worth my fucking attention at all. And yeah, like, it's just as simple as like, dude's a fucking freak and that's it. Like, he obviously wants some sort of attention, and he's the biggest freak of them all. Simple as that, bro. And I don't feel like he deserves even a drop of attention. Why do you think like I didn't even bother talking about it no more?
Which leads us to another great story out there, especially if you are a G2 fan, because there was some concern they'd have another stand-in for another event, not just IEM Dallas, which was a miracle run, all right? A team winning an event with a stand-in player has been done before, but on NA soil, probably far less, and with someone like Stewie, it was incredible. But speak of the devil for Blast Spring Finals, it's going to be M0nesy, who at first people were concerned he was not going to make it with visa issues, and Taz would be standing in. Which, first of all, can you imagine? Like, that's still would be fun to watch, and it could also be G2 winning back-to-back events with a stand-in. Could be a crazy headline, but luckily for G2 fans out there, it apparently is a last-second visa acquisition, which should have M0nesy returning just in time for maybe some later matches. So we still have a chance to actually see Taz perform, which I think would just be great for a throwback. I don't know what he can do on the server still, so it still will be a fun watch, but I think it'd be hard to argue you can make that full run like they did last time. I mean, you need M0nesy, all right? The IEM Dallas run does not happen without M0nesy there as well. Obviously, a key pillar of that entire team, and he should be there just in time. And then we got people like Hunter changing his name, not to M0nesy, but to Kumasi, and think we're going to leave that one at that. You know, that's some real team chemistry. And some quick announcements out there when it comes to roster changes. It's actually Brollan now officially leaving NIP on loan, on leave from NIP to join this MOUZ Sports roster tentatively. And with their performance, now currently, according to HLTV, still being your #1 team in the world, still has some proving left to do, I believe, on LAN against some bigger teams out there. But a great roster, have now announced Brollan to be joining permanently, which is awesome. Of course, Shuhei, the big joining there, the big, I would say, changing factor of that team ever since he's joined on, since that last, CSGO major in Paris. This team has been on the up and up, and they've reached the uppity up, and now they have some proving to do, and maybe with Brollan being a permanent fixture in this team, yeah, they're going to make that permanent, and we'll see what they can do in the future. But MOUZ now having him as a permanent 5th member, it's still a nasty roster. Still definitely one of the best in the world. Excited to see what they can do. And speaking of one of the better rosters in the world, and also a team hotly making a fast rise out there, we have the Mongolz, which, by the way, still, I think currently, correct me if I'm wrong, G2 is up there as well. When it comes to social media and the way they play their social media, Mongolz just makes it entertaining to watch them, especially when they're winning. And now back-to-back event wins for them. They win Mesa and they win Yala Compass as well over some good teams like Bleed and I believe NIP. And so now they are back in your top 15 overall rankings on HLTV, coming in at number 11. And according to HLTV official rankings, which really quick, what do you guys use HLTV or Valve? I still prefer HLTV. It's just easier, and I'm not sure the correct criteria breakdown. I know some Reddit peeps out there are trying to get the exact reason why each team is ranked which according to Valve and HLTV. But to keep it easy, we now have Mongolz swiftly approaching the top 10 on HLTV rankings, which is awesome to see. And Mizinho also just 16 years old, a very, very young roster, a very fun roster to watch. And again, their social media game has been on point. So definitely a team I will be watching and am super excited for. And if anyone from the Mongolz is watching, I would love to beg for a jersey, or I'll purchase one if I have to. This YouTube channel is not monetized, because when you don't upload for 5 years, you lose that. But I will do anything for you guys just for a jersey. Let me know. And in these CS News recap videos, I want to cover like everything. I just want to do all the stuff that I enjoy talking about. Again, my DMs are open. Appreciate you guys being there, but also wanted to talk about an unfortunate retirement from the NA scene, that being Nifty has now officially announced his retirement from Counter-Strike, which brought to Blast a bunch of memories. If you guys don't remember Nifty, he was actually a Call of Duty pro before a CS pro, which I had completely forgotten about until people started sharing all these clips over again.
Trying to make something happen. He's in. Actually, he's going to go top shot now. I like this play from him. If he jumps out now, Hellstorm's going to be coming in. It's point, but the lightning strike still remains. And with just 20 seconds remaining, this is clutch time. He gets shut down. Nifty last alive, and I think
he's got to do it. He's got to do it.
Nifty could, if Nifty does.
He wins the gunfight. Oh my God, he won the gunfight. Nifty's making his way down. If he caps it, if he's going to lose his bracket, 5 seconds up. No! Let's go! Let's go! God, Nifty just made the biggest clutch ever. Oh my God.
And then with the announcement of the retirement, people kind of trying to post screenshots and memorable moments of Nifty as well. One clip in particular, shout out the old Renegades, man. The old Renegades roster, dude, years back.
Hard done by that. Didn't see the kill pop up in the feed. But he will have another crack at a shot, and this time he does deliver. Oh, Nifty! That is disgusting, and look where the bombs drop now as well. Unreal plays, purely off sound, instinct. And he will strike. Azza from behind claims a kill onto Captain Mo. And now somebody has to clutch a 1-on-2. He's got time. And Azza's been tagged down to 43. Somebody will be able to claim the bomb, but what can he do with it? He knows that Nifty's up in heaven, and therefore his rotation to A could be cut off. But if he can scamper past, then the A site may very well be ripe for the taking. There's a small crack that he can see, and somebody's landed the scout shot. Now this round is back. Oh, Nifty! What the hell was that? What?
But Nifty taking to social media to say, in March, I made the decision to retire from competition. If I had never attempted to compete again, I would have felt regret for years to come. It was valuable in many ways to try again. Through my time and passions and interests have shifted to different areas of life. Many will likely experience this change. Some that are still competing at tier 1 of any esport are already feeling this. In my opinion, it's best to step away if you no longer feel the passion or fire for the process. Otherwise, you're doing your peers and yourself a disservice. I'm infinitely grateful for all the knowledge, wisdom, fruitful experiences, and relationships competition within the realm of esports has given me. Everything gained has already served me in all other areas of my life and will continue to. With a whole heart, I say thank you. And I think that's a great way to end things. To be quite frank with all of you guys, I've never had any issues with Nifty, but I remember the last time I covered him was the big NA drama with Envy. I believe, you know, him being blamed for making all the decisions around the roster, who to cut, who to bring in, and he faced a lot of flack from a lot of NA pros out there. But through that, he remained pretty resilient, and that can't be an easy thing to go through, especially in North American Counter-Strike when a lot of people are having it out for you. I've never had any issue with the guy, always been very well-spoken on social media, and I think well-spoken in a close like that transitional period of going from an esports pro player to anything else in life is something we're going to see over the next decade or so for a lot of pro players and streamers and creators, and how you handle it is going to speak a lot to it. So nothing but best of luck for him and anyone else trying to make that transition. It can't be easy, but Nifty, it was a good time, man. And it seems like every CS video I used to make back in the day involved the retirement, and this will not be the last. Also wanted to touch on something real quick. Over from the Reddit page, Lambda Core shared a new design concept that I loved. I recently talked with Jason Lake over at IEM Dallas about North American Counter-Strike, about a bunch of different things. Do you guys want to see that? Leave a like and a comment down below. I can now upload that interview for you guys to see if you want it, with Complexity CEO Jason Lake and Lambda Core making a great design, which I really love. It's kind of a mix of the new with a mix of the old. If you guys don't know, old Complexity logo and then the new Complexity logo, old red circle ovular kind of thing, and then the new blue star. So kind of the blend of both of those color patterns into what we expect this new Complexity to be, which we don't really know. We know they love NA. They want to be an NA majority roster, of course, to represent NACS. We don't know the future of ownership and logo and what Jason has in mind, but I do know he loves this game, and I think he would love that logo as well. So I wanted to give a quick shout to that one that I saw. And that's going to do it for the first episode in 5 years of CS News. It's crazy. It's going to be hard to get back in, but I'm willing to, and I already watched CS as it is. So if you guys like the episode, do me a favor. Maybe leave a like or a comment down below, or DM me any stories you guys see in the CS space. I want to cover it all. And I just want to cover it and have fun with it and have some open discussion points with all of you. Till next time, thank you for all enjoying. We'll see you back here soon. Take care.